Hi guys, welcome to my channel Health Discourse Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Babalola by name. In today's video, we shall be discussing how to calculate safe and fertile period. To some people, this is not new. However, it's been a difficult challenge to a lot of people in understanding how to calculate the safe period or fertile period. And as a result, had constituted a lot of challenge in being able to plan their lives and their daily activities. So who are those that this video will be of benefit to? It's going to be of benefit to female of reproductive age group. It's going to be of benefit to career women. It's going to be of benefit to couples that are living together yet expectant, that is, those that are yet to conceive and looking up to God for conception. It's going to be of benefit to couples that are not living together in order to be able to know how effectively it's going to be for them to come together, the best time of the month to come together. So what are those things you are going to gain here as an individual? In this video, you are going to learn through the knowledge of how to calculate your safe and fertile period, how to be able to plan your life effectively as an individual, how to be able to plan your career as an individual, how to be able to have as an additional information a form of contraceptive for those that want to plan their family. And it's going to be of knowledge base to medical personnel and even medical students, and even for individuals yearning for knowledge as far as healthcare is concerned. But before we start, you may ask, what do I mean by fertile period or safe period? I would love to explain this for those that do not understand this concept in order to be able to understand this video as a whole. Fertile period is that period of the month whereby female of reproductive age group has higher tendency of conception after an unprotected sexual intercourse. Safe period is that period of the month where female of reproductive age group has low or no risk of conception after unprotected sexual intercourse. Having understood this, before we dive into the practical session of this video, where I'm going to be showing you how to calculate your safe period and your fertile period, I would love to explain this concept that I'm going to use in this video to show you how to calculate your safe period or your fertile period. And the concept is you knowing how long it takes for a sperm to live in the female reproductive tract before it dies after ejaculation. Sperm stay as long as 5 days in the female reproductive system after ejaculation by man before it dies off. An egg or ovum stay an average of 12 to 24 hours after ovulation before it dies. Knowing this will allow you to understand the concept of how to calculate your safe period and your fertile period. So I'll be using this in this video where I'll be showing you how to calculate your safe period and your fertile period. So let's go. Hi guys. So we are on the interface for the practical session. Like I told you, I'm going to show you how to calculate your safe period and fertile period. And this is the practical table. I want you to note 3 things here. One, we are going to use as an example for this video, female that has a menstrual cycle to be 28 days. Female do have different cycles. A might have a cycle to be 29 days, B might have a cycle to be 30 days. However, the average period that we expect a normal cycle, menstrual cycle to be is 21 to 35 days. That's why when we see certain individual coming to complain at the hospital, oh, my menstrual cycle is less than 20 days, it's no longer the way it is. If it is more than 21 days, we do tell them it's okay. Just observe how it flows, the volume, the quantity that is flowing, the number of pads you are using per time. if it is more than what is expected or not, or you have any form of fainting attack or any form of other symptoms. We also want to know if it is more than 35 days. If it is beyond these 35 days, definitely something might be wrong somewhere. However, if it is apparently out of the normal cycle, we expect the normal cycle to be between 21 and 35 days. If it is lesser than 21 days, definitely there will be need for evaluation. If it is more than 35 days, definitely there will be need for evaluation. However, if you've been having your cycle to be constantly at a particular number, let's say it used to be 28 days, but suddenly it now changes to 25 or to 31, and it persists for more than 2 months to 3 months, definitely there will be need for evaluation. So let's go straight to the topic of discussion for today. So how do you calculate your safe and fertile period? I gave you two concepts earlier on. I told you a sperm can stay in the woman reproductive system for as long as 5 days, and an egg can stay in the woman reproductive system for as long as 12 hours to 24 hours. So these two major concepts, I want you to hold on to it because they are going to be helpful. So let's say, for example, for this individual that has a menstrual flow starting from the first of this month. So she sees her menses on the first of this month. When you want to calculate your menstrual cycle means the beginning of menstrual flow of this month to the beginning of the next one. When we see this individual's menstrual cycle is 28 days, it shows the beginning of menstrual flow for this month and the beginning of menstrual flow for the next one is going to be 28 days. And the individual has been having it consistently for that 28 days interval between one and the next. If your own cycle is 29 days interval between one and the next, you should know that your own cycle is 29 days. If the interval between when you have one menstrual cycle, the first day start to when another one starts, if yours is 27 and it persists in that pattern, your menstrual cycle is 27 days. That's what we mean by menstrual cycle. The interval between the starting date of one menstrual flow to the starting date of another menstrual flow. That's what we call menstrual cycle. So the one we are using for this practical is 28 days. So for that individual, the ovulation always occurs on the 14th day of the cycle. So that's why I put here ovulation. You knowing when your ovulation comes is very key to you being able to calculate your fertile period and your safe period effectively. Yes, this system might not be suitable for you. So, and that's why I'm also saying this calculation and this practical is good for people who have that constancy of 20-day menstrual cycle. So, for people that have 20 days menstrual cycle, so the ovulation will come up on the 14th of the cycle, not on the 14th day of the month, note, but the 14th day of the cycle. It means from the first day of the menstrual flow, that's the beginning, that's number one, the 14th day. So if you are seeing your menses starting today, today is your number one day. The next day, tomorrow is second day, next tomorrow is third day, the following day is fourth day. So the day your menstrual flow starts is your number one day. So 14th day after the number one should be your ovulation if your cycle is 28 days cycle. So having known this, what it means is that your safe period where you can have unprotected sex without being afraid of getting pregnant is starting from the first day of this period of your menstrual period is safe. The second day is safe, the third day is safe, fourth day is safe, till 6 days before ovulation. The reason why I said 6 days is because when we say sperm can live in a woman reproductive system for a maximum day of 5 days, it will be okay for you to be safer to give an allowance of at least 1 day, because anything can happen physiologically or in any form. So from the first day of your menses to the 8th day of your menses, if your cycle is 28 days and your ovulation is 14th of the cycle, by this 8th day is your last safe period.
From the ninth day, which is 5 days to ovulation, is your fertile period. It is no longer safe for you to have unprotected sex, except you want to get pregnant. So therefore, it is termed fertile period. So from this period, ninth day of the cycle, 10th day of the cycle, 11th day of the cycle, 12th day of the cycle, 13th day of the cycle, and the ovulation day. And a day after ovulation, it is your fertile period. The reason why I made it the second day after ovulation is because there might be that physiological change of those factors that we can't even explain medically that might just occur, that might still give you that chance. But the most fertile period can be termed as even the 42 hours before ovulation and just 24 hours after ovulation is your fertile period. So when I was saying the other time that this video is going to be of help for couples that are not living together, to be able to plan their marriage effectively. So if you are not living together, the best time to come together, to travel, to come and meet together is within this period of your 13th day of the cycle and the 14th day of the cycle, which is the ovulation day, and perhaps a day after. So this period, you wouldn't joke with it if you are an individual that is expectant. But if you are an individual that doesn't want pregnancy at all, that period you don't even want to have sex from this ninth day of your cycle to a day or 2 days after your ovulation. After that period, when the egg had died, after spending 12 to 24 hours without fertilization by sperm, which is this 17th day of the cycle, you are safe again. You are safe again. So invariably what it means is that you have a more safe period in the cycle than even a fertile period. That's why it has constituted a great deal of challenge for married couples that are expectant, so that they need to have that frequent intercourse to be able to ensure that within the month they don't miss out on this fertile period. And that's why when we are encouraging and counseling them, we always encourage and advocate that they increase the frequency of the intercourse and their mating period in order to be able to ensure that they don't miss out on these few days that are fertile period of the month. These red areas are safe period, while the fertile period are those areas marked with purple. So you remember I said this is a perfect example for an individual with 28-day cycle. And I tell you, the beginning of the cycle is the day you start seeing blood, menstrual blood. Not the following day, not the day you are ending it, but the day you start seeing. That's why you start counting one. To the next day, you start seeing another one. That makes a complete cycle. So I hope this has been able to help you and clarify how to calculate your safe period and fertile period. I told you those factors to consider: the fact that sperm can stay in a woman for an average for at least 5 days before it dies. So you know that 5 days before your ovulation, you don't joke with it if you don't want to get pregnant. But if you want to get pregnant, 5 days before ovulation is quite a wonderful time going forward to be having sexual intercourse, and even down to a day after. But like I said, the best time, the fertile period, is actually the opposite of the safe period, while the safe period is the opposite of the fertile period because they work in an opposite direction. If you don't want to get pregnant, maximize your safe period for unprotected sexual intercourse in women of reproductive age. If you want to get pregnant, maximize your fertile period with unprotected sexual intercourse for women of reproductive age group.
Welcome back. I hope you understood now how to calculate your safe period and your fertile period. Like I said earlier on, it's going to be of help for career women, all women of reproductive age group. It's going to be of help for medical personnel as well as medical students or an individual that is yearning for more knowledge as far as their health is concerned. And I also say it's going to be of help to married couple that are expectant. It's married couple that are not living together. maybe by the reason of the nature of the work of each of the couple, the wife living in a different city and the husband living in a different city. So having watched this video, I believe you are going to have a better way of living your life happily hereafter. Thank you very much. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel, share this video for as many that you know is going to be of help to. Kindly click the like button and also let me get your feedback through the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye for now.